Centenary celebrations. Honorable Chief Minister of Kerala, Shri Pinarayi Vijayananji, Minister of Kerala Government, Shri K. Rajanji, my dear friend Shri P. Rajivji, Leader of Opposition, Kerala Legislative Assembly, Shri V.D. Sathyasanji, Writer Shri C. Radha Krishnanji, my colleagues from the Parliament, and my friend Shri Benny, Shri Jose K. Maniji, Shrimati J.B. Matherji, MLA Shri Anwar Sadatji, and who invited me for this function, Managing Director of Mathrubhumi, Shri M.V. Shri S. Kumarji, Shri P.V. Chandranji, religious heads, former MPs, ministers, sitting MPs, MLAs, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. It is an honor and privilege to be a part of valedictory function of Mathrubhumi centenary celebrations. I take this occasion to convey my greetings to all those associated with Mathrubhumi. Several leading lights such as K.P. Keswa Mananji, Shri K.A. Damodar Mananji, Kerala Gandhi Shri K. Kelapanji, Kurur Nelakantan Namudripadji, and others who have been associated with Mathrubhumi. I would like to thank Shrimji that you started this function with a photograph with those who actually played a very, very important role. Your vendors, your hawkers, or your agents. And thank you for that picture with all the stakeholders who have actually played a very, very important role. So I would also like to remember late Shri MP Virendra Kumarji, who oversaw the rapid growth of Mathrubhumi. As Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who addressed the inauguration of centenary year celebrations of Mathrubhumi last year, said, India will never forget MP Virendra Kumarji efforts to uphold India's democratic ethos during the emergency. Friends, Mathrubhumi was started to strengthen India's freedom struggle and was among the brightest stars which led the unifying light against the colonial rule. I was neighbor to Mr. Virendra Kumar for many years. I used to live at 14 Janpath, he was at 16 Janpath, sharing the same wall. And always used to hear good things about him in the parliament and outside parliament, especially in the media fraternity. Now when I come here and as taking over as an INB minister, I see the kind of efforts these gentlemen have put in for last so many decades to come up to this level. So if we look back at our history, almost all the Indian greats have been associated with some or the other publication. Mahatma Gandhi, with those inspiration, Mathrubhumi was born, is also remembered for his works in Young India, Navjeevan and Harijan. Prabuddha Bharat was associated with Swami Vivekananda. Lokmanya Tilak nurtured Kesari and Maharatha. Gopala Krishna Gokhale was associated with Hitabda. And the list is endless. Friends, it is always assuring and energizing to know that when our Bharat is celebrating the 75th year of independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, there are media houses like Mathrubhumi which have already completed 100 years of service to the nation. And as a former cricketer, I can say, whether it is for a cricketer or an individual to score a century, it is much more difficult for an institution to score a century. And congratulations on scoring a not-out century on this. This reaffirms the fact that the fourth pillar of Indian democracy is strong and vibrant. It affirms the fact that the Indian media not only fought shoulder to shoulder in attaining national freedom, but it is still working shoulder to shoulder for making India a Vishwa Guru. Friends, there is a proverb that facts are sacred and opinion is free. I want to emphasize here that the democratic nature of our great country will always remain a fact, no matter how many upstanding and illogical opinions are delivered freely from within or abroad. Here, I would also like to call upon organizations like Mathrubhumi to develop an effective mechanism to counter these kind of fake narratives and anti-India bias. Friends, the nation will celebrate 100 years of independence in 2047. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has resolved to make India a developed nation by then. This means our journey from Amrit Kal, which starts this year, the 75th year of independence, from Amrit Kal to Swarnim Kal, India will enter into the Swarnim Yug in 2047, but Mathrubhumi has already entered into the Swarnim Yug. And as you entered into the Swarnim Yug, your responsibility also increases manifold. Friends, with great difficulty and struggle, we were able to break the shackles of colonialism. It took centuries, so it is our collective responsibility that we do not allow this menace to resurface in any form. The advent of newer technologies present a unique opportunity to break barriers. However, there lurks a growing danger of digital colonialism on platforms run by algorithms coded offshore behind the walls of transparency. We must remain cautious not to accept anything and everything in the name of innovation and modernity. Foreign publications, companies and organizations with inherent anti-India bias, peddling distorted facts must be identified and called out. Here the Indian media, which understands the ground reality, will have to play a crucial role. So I would also like to take this opportunity to request the media fraternity to remain cautious and desist from giving its space intentionally or unintentionally to such voices and narratives that have the potential to threaten the integrity of India. I am sure that Mathrubhumi values and resolutions to create awareness in the nation will continue unabated. Friends, this country has a rich tradition that is carried forward through the mediums of debates and discussions, and that is how we are known as the mother of democracy. The way our journalist colleagues worked like karma yogis in the interest of the nation during the COVID-19 pandemic, it wasn't an easy time to work. When most of us were locked inside the houses, they were on the field reporting and sending us the news. And last 2.5 years were very difficult for them to function, and they will be remembered forever. The positive contribution, the media helped India a lot in dealing with the biggest crisis of the last century. I would like to put on record an appreciation to the Mathrubhumi group that it was among the very few media houses which did not sack its employee even as it suffered losses during the pandemic Thank you very much for that, for taking that decision. Friends, India has a glorious tradition of free speech and democratic practices dating back to centuries. As democracy has flourished in our great nation, so has the media. Free speech in India is a commitment of its robust institutions. So from Kerala to Kashmir, among the many threads that unite the diverse people of this great nation,
മാതൃഭൂമി ശതാബ്ദി ആഘോഷങ്ങളുടെ സമാപന സമ്മേളനത്തിൽ മുഖ്യാതിഥിയായി പങ്കെടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് സംസാരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു കേന്ദ്രമന്ത്രി അനുരാഗ് ഠാക്കൂർ. അതിന്റെ